Everything in this universe obeys a ruthless law of time. Things are born, they blaze brilliantly for a moment, and then they fade into oblivion. Man, the proudest creature of creation, is not exempt from this cruel cycle. We are living in an era dazzling with electric lights, with streams of data running ceaselessly, yet our souls are lost in a night darker than ever before. We are weak in the face of adversity. We shatter before a single word of criticism. We panic when we lose our internet connection. We are giants of technology, but we are infants of the spirit. To the travelers seeking strength for the mind, welcome back to Steel Mind. Today, we will not speak sweet words to soothe your pain. We will not peddle temporary painkillers for the soul. Today, we will dissect the ancient Stoic secrets together, the sharpest blades buried by time to cut away the tumors of weakness rooting in your psyche. These are 5 actionable methods, 5 thorny paths to forge a spirit of steel in this chaotic 21st century. Listen, not with your ears, but with the vibration of a soul hungering for awakening. The first method, Amor Fati, love the flame that consumes you. The world teaches us to endure fate. They bow their heads before the storm, gritting their teeth through the pain like a wounded beast waiting for the rain to stop. But he who possesses the wisdom of kings does not do this. Endurance is merely the mask of helplessness. Stoicism does not teach us to endure. Stoicism teaches us to love fate, a love that is fervent, wild, and absolute. Imagine your life is a great pyre. The troubles, the failures, the betrayals, or even the collapse of your career, all the things that mortals consider disasters, to the fire, they are merely fuel. You were fired? Good. That is fuel for you to reforge your skills and find a path of greater grandeur. You were abandoned by a lover? Good. That is fuel for you to learn to love yourself and understand the impermanence of human hearts. Do not just accept it, crave it. Open your arms to embrace the pain and scream at the sky. This is what I need. Throw more wood on the fire. When you transform adversity into material for growth, nothing in this world can extinguish the flame of life within you. That is the tragic and heroic transformation from victim to conqueror. The second method, Pre-Mortem, the dance with tragedy. Modern society is obsessed with toxic positivity. They close their eyes to the darkness and deceive themselves that everything will be fine. But the Stoic philosophers, the grand strategists of ancient Rome, viewed life through the eyes of a general before a mortal battle. They did not hope for the best. They prepared for the worst. Practice the art of premeditation of evils. Before beginning a journey, close your eyes. Visualize clearly everything collapsing. See yourself empty-handed. See yourself mocked. See every plan dissolving into smoke. That sensation, that fear. It is cold down your spine, is it not? But precisely in that coldness, clarity emerges. When you have looked straight into the eyes of the beast named failure, you will see it is not as terrifying as your imagination embroidered. And more importantly, you will know exactly what you must do to prevent it, or at the very least, to stand firm when it strikes. Do not let blind optimism shield you. Use strategic pessimism as a weapon. It is not negativity. It is the wisdom of one who has seen through the laws of creation and destruction. The third method, voluntary discomfort, stripping away the chains. We live as pampered slaves in the gilded cage of convenience. We fear hunger, we fear the cold, we fear the lack of comfort, and that very fear is the invisible chain binding the liberty of the soul. Seneca, the wealthiest statesman of Rome, would periodically live like a beggar. He wore rough cloth, slept on the dirt floor, ate dry, stale bread, and drank lukewarm water. He did not do this because he was mad, but to answer the most haunting question, is this the condition that I feared? Challenge yourself. Take a cold shower in the depths of winter to feel your flesh numb. Fast for a day to feel the hunger gnawing at your gut. Turn off your phone, leave the noise behind, to face absolute solitude. When you voluntarily step into hardship, you strip away the power of circumstance over your happiness. You will realize that, even having lost all silk and velvet, you still live, your heart still beats, and your mind remains sharp. True abundance does not lie in a bank account, but in the ability to survive and maintain dignity, even when you have nothing but your two bare hands. That is the greatest liberation of man. The fourth method, the view from above, a speck of dust in the galaxy. How many times have you lost sleep over a whisper behind your back? How many times have you tormented yourself over a small mistake at work? Our suffering often comes from magnifying our ego too largely. We view ourselves as the center of the universe, and every fluctuation around us is a tragedy. Transcend the flesh. Let your mind fly high, over the rooftops, over the city, over the clouds. Look down at this world from the height of the stars. From there, what do you see? Skyscrapers are merely small specks. Wars, power struggles, the scrambling for fame and profit are merely the chaotic movements of a colony of ants. And you, where are you in that grand picture? You are but a speck of dust that sparkles for a moment and then extinguishes amidst the endless flow of time. This perspective does not make you nihilistic. It brings absolute peace. Upon realizing your smallness, the burden on your shoulders suddenly becomes light. Daily anxieties become ridiculous and meaningless. You will cease tormenting yourself over the past. Cease worrying about the future, to cherish the single present moment that you truly possess. Humility before the cosmos is the antidote for the arrogant and wounded ego. The fifth method, Memento Mori. Live like a condemned man granted amnesty. Finally, the most naked truth, the most ruthless, yet the most beautiful. You will die. I will die. All those we love will eventually turn to ash and dust. Death is not an accident. It is the inevitable destination. Modern people hide from death. They tuck it away in hospitals, in euphemisms. But the Stoic carries death with him as a faithful companion. Look at your hand. The blood flowing beneath that skin will one day stop. This breath could be the last breath. When you are deeply conscious that your time is draining away with every ticking second, every procrastination becomes a sin. Do you still have time for petty grudges? Do you still have time to do work that you despise? Do you still have time to live according to the expectations of others? No. Death strips away all superfluity. It forces you to live truly, to live with urgency, to live ferociously. Do not live as if you have 1,000 years to squander. Live like a soldier on the battlefield, knowing that tomorrow may never come. Kiss your loved ones as if it were the last time. Work as if it were the final masterpiece you leave to the world. Memento Mori is not to sow sadness, but to awaken the thirst for life. Let death be the lighthouse guiding your choices in the darkness of uncertainty. Fellow travelers on this rugged path, these 5 methods are not a magic wand to turn your life into a fairy tale. They are iron armor, heavy and cold, but they will protect you against the poisoned arrows of fate. This path is lonely and full of thorns. There will be times you stumble. There will be times you want to give up and return to being an ordinary weakling. But remember, steel is only tempered in red fire and freezing water. The human mind only matures through suffering and discipline. Walk on, not with lightness, but with the weight of responsibility and dignity. Let steel mind be the place you return to whenever your legs are weary. Do not just listen, act. Do not just understand, live. For in the end, philosophy is not lines of text on paper. Philosophy is how you stand tall when the whole world wants you to kneel.